Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. It is I, your trusted Dungeon Master Brian, welcoming you to another episode of our Dragon's Demand run-through. I'm sorry if this week's episode came out a few days late. Try not to make that a habit, but you know what? Sometimes life happens when you're living life. Anyways, all that being said, I want to thank each and every one of you out there who have subscribed to the show. I keep seeing our numbers climbing up. Can you believe it? I'm excited. I mean, we got new subscribers on our YouTube channel. Head on over there at Roll the Hard 20 and subscribe. Click that little bell so you never miss another episode. Make sure it populates and make sure I put them out on time, right? Also, don't forget, leave us that 5-star rating and review on whatever podcast app you listen to the show on. We got Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeart Radio. Well, that's a lot of lightning and thunder going on out there. You know, you wouldn't believe it, but like an hour ago, it was beautiful sunshine. We were out on a boat, hanging out at an island, and just like that, it turns around. Anyways, don't forget, check us out on our website at rollthehard20podcast.com. We're there. We got all kinds of pages up from all of our past adventure paths. We got our Sinister Secret of Salt Marsh. We've got our Carrion Crown run through. We got our Delta Green run throughs. We've got Riders on the Storm for all you people who like listening to our archives. And we currently have our Dragon's Demand. Get caught up on our past episodes because I tell you, these guys are getting close to getting out of the Blood Val lair. And you know what? We're going to see them get a little closer right now. So, warm up your dice and top off your glasses. Roll the Hard 20 podcast presents episode 24 of our Dragon's Demand run-through. Make it snappy. Hey, Nick.
What's up? Sorry, I'm just texting someone real quick.
Sorry, can't
They
talk.
all
About to go kill kobolds.
Yep.
Who to what?
On my paperwork.
Kill some kobolds.
So, everybody have a good week.
Yeah, man.
I am
So far, so good.
yeah.
Yep.
I am tired this week.
You look tired.
Get my eyes even more squinty for you.
Yeah. Did you start your new job yet?
Yeah, I did on Monday, and today I had orientation at. I am so pissed. The corporate office that I work at, or that I work for the company that I work for, is 5 blocks away. I have a 30-minute commute to and from work each day.
Which in that part of California is like 5 minutes.
What the hell was that?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was me barking.
Oh,
He coughed. Turn your head to the right next time,
that's right. Fill that cup, will you?
though. Whoa. Can you cough, please?
You know, I love you, Chris, and all, but I don't think we're there in our relationship yet.
Not like he and
Buy
I
me
are.
dinner first.
There you go.
That's
I'll buy
right.
you dinner first. I'll deliver a pizza to your place.
Look, man, I'm not buying anybody dinner until I know it was worth it. That's all I'm going to say. Are we ready?
Ready.
Let's do it.
Yep.
I'm ready to die again.
Yeah, that's right. Junior, lead us in.
Oh no, man! I'm not gonna lead us in.
Oh, shit. All right. Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. It is I, your trusted Dungeon Master Brian, and with me, the Hard Slingers. Yeah, episode 24, one of my favorite shows of all time. We are currently in the middle of a combat session. Flint, I asked you to make a perception check last time when you were right next to that body of water, and you saw 2 heads crest the water belonging to these large snapper turtles. And we're going to go right into their role because they are next in the initiative. I've got 2
All
targets.
right.
I got Stabby and I've got Flint. First one's going at Flint. We're not going to waste any fucking time. 15 to hit
15 hits.
for 7 points of damage. A full 6 on the D6. He's still vertical.
Yep. Still
Stubby?
hanging tight.
The other one crawls up towards you, who seems to be engaged with one of his buddies. 16 on the die with +3, 19 to hit for 3 points of damage.
Ooh.
Warren,
I mean,
sorry, no. Sirkin, my bad.
Yes.
Sirkin, you see all this shit unfold from inside the tunnel next to your buddy, Nighttail. What are you gonna do?
Are these two beings that just came out of the water? Are they the only enemies left? I can't
No,
remember.
there's a kobold across the water, which is about 25 feet outside of the opening of the tunnel. You know that Stubby is currently engaged in a fight with another kobold, but from where you are inside this tunnel, you can't see these snapper turtles. You just hear this like clacking noise. You hear Stubby and Flint, "Fuck!" you know,
Getting our asses handed
just
to us.
getting just becoming part of the food chain at this point. So from where you are inside the tunnel, you would have to get outside the tunnel to make some loving with these people.
Hearing the commotion on the other side of the wall, I'm gonna go to try to assist them. I can't remember if I had my short swords out or if I had my longbow out.
Short swords,
Swords.
Sure.
I
All right.
guess.
So,
We're gonna roll a die.
Odds
that.
and evens.
Yeah, roll a die. 10 and under, swords.
10 and under swords. That is a 9. So I got my swords. Okay.
prepare
And
to
you could drop
snap
the
a
swords and
thigh.
pull the bow.
No, I'm gonna keep the swords. So yeah, I'm gonna run around the corner. and
You're
then
actually
I'm gonna-
running out of the tunnel, and then
Yes.
to
Yes.
the
correct.
right, you could see Stubby, Flint, and the kobold, and the
Okay.
turtles coming up. These big snapper bastards.
Okay. I see the turtles, and then I just make a beeline straight to the one that's trying to attack Stubby, and try to attack it. Okay, that is a 23.
Oh, that is going to hit all day long.
Smash that turtle.
Let's see.
Smash or pass.
Or 4 points of damage,
4.
and then I will use my other short sword for another attack. That one is a 17
That's going to hit as well.
Ooh.
Welcome to the game, Sirkin.
for 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Good job. Flint.
All right. I got to
Engaged.
retaliate. Otherwise, this
In love.
turtle is going to take me down. Flint's going to take out his mace and try to attack. That's going to hit.
Ah, my eyes.
21 to hit.
Is that okay? That's the other one. That's not the one that Sirkin was pounding on. Okay, go for it.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
Yes.
All right. That's going to be 4 points of damage. I think
Maced
it's
him right in
bludgeoning.
the eyes. You
How
gonna
these
go
bad
with it?
boys looking?
Well, the one that Sirkin's been rocking on looks a little bewildered. The other one just looks fucking pissed. You see Nighttail pop out of the tunnel. Did you want to do anything else, Flint?
No, I'm okay.
Maybe run away?
Nope, don't want to run away. I don't want him snapping at me while I try to.
snapping at your heels. You see him pop out of the tunnel with his spear in hand. He's got 3 targets. He's going to go for the turtle that you just attacked with his spear. and brings it down with a 2. Misses horribly. You could tell that combat is probably not his forte. Stabby.
Remind me again where I'm at in relation to the entrance to this cavern.
The tunnel deposited you out onto a 5-foot wide shoreline, and you went to the right, which is to the west. The body of water is in front of you. So you're actually about 10 feet to the west of the opening. There's a kobold right in front of you that's 5 foot from the opening, and you now have a turtle up on the sand as well. And then there's another turtle snapper next to Flint, and now Sirkin's there, and Nighttail is there as well. It's basically getting pretty congested on this little sandbar here. The only thing missing is the hibachi.
Okay. I'm going
Now
to.
you could go around it. There's sand all the way around the whole thing.
Yeah, but so the kobold is in front of me at the entrance to this area, right?
Near the entrance. He's 5 feet away from it. You're 10 feet away from it.
Okay.
And the turtles come out of the water. So you're basically in an L bracket attack right now.
Okay. So I'd like to use my movement and go 25 feet to the south along that water's edge.
Okay, so you're going to go a little bit to the west.
Yep, little to the west, and then
down. Okay.
Yep.
You're going to use the disengage, or how you want to?
I am. I'm going to disengage at this point,
Okay.
and then take my 25-foot movement.
Okay.
As a rogue, you can disengage as a bonus action.
I can, yes.
Did you want to do anything else? As your disengagement?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. At this point, I'm. Let's do this. Let me restart. I'm gonna just move 25 feet.
Okay.
Okay, as my normal action.
Okay. In fact, you don't even really have to go much to the west. You're basically right at the corner of the room of this cavern. So you could just go straight down. By the way, I don't know if you remember me describing it, but there was 3 exits out of the room. There was one that was in the south, which is where the other kobold's at, firing his arrows. There's another one that's in the southeast corner, and there's one that's right in the west wall that's about maybe 20 feet down along the beach line, but in the western corner.
Okay. I'm still gonna take my 25 foot as my movement action.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack with my bow, my short bow, to the kobold.
Which one?
The one that was in front of me, 5 feet in front of me.
Well, you'd be kind of behind you. You're going to be leading him.
Yeah, but I'm still within 30 feet of him.
Okay. Oh, you're going to use your bow or your sword?
My bow.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood that. Okay.
No, I'm going to move 25. I'm
Idiot.
going to move 25 south for my movement action.
Do it.
Then I'm going to attack that kobold that I was engaged with.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. And that's a 17.
That's going to hit.
All right. And he is going to take 9 points of piercing damage.
9 points of piercing damage. Why don't you tell me how you kill this kobold? Describe its death for me.
I fuck him up. I shoot him right in the right eyeball, like a bitch.
Is that like
the bottom of the stairs.
synonymous with a bitch is taking it in the eyeball?
I guess. That kobold's my bitch now.
That's right.
It's a
Take it in the
comma,
eyeball, bitch.
And then I'm going to use my cunning action and try to hide around that corner.
Like down in the...
Yeah, so I went south, and where that exit is to the west,
Okay.
I want to hide down
In
there.
there? Okay.
So I'm going to make a stealth roll. Nice. 16.
You think that you're pretty well hidden?
corner of that hidden. Okay.
I don't know if I could draw this, but
Are we going to see your sea monster drawing again?
That's right.
No,
His
you're not
beaker. You see beaker again?
That drawing. It's like a Meeseeks from.
okay. This right here
Yep.
is the tunnel you guys came out of.
Yep.
You went to the west, down, and there's this tunnel right here.
Yep. I'm right at
The other kobold is right here,
Okay.
and there's another tunnel way back here. The snappers are coming up out of the water right here.
Got it. I'm done with my turn.
Okay, so you're in that tunnel, right?
I'm right at the corner of it.
Okay, good news. Glad to hear it. The kobold that's across the water has 3 targets that he... Where are you at, Warren? Are you in the tunnel?
Oh, I
still?
am in the tunnel.
I bet. Okay, so he's got 2 targets. 1, 2, 3 for Flint. Sirkin, welcome to the party. You hear this bowstring draw taut, then you hear the twang. 13
Misses.
misses as this shaft strikes the wall right behind your head. Warren, from inside your love tunnel, deep in the tunnel.
Oh, I'm about to shoot all over him.
Whoa.
So I just saw Sirkin get someone attempt to make a pincushion, and he and Flint seem to have these, like bad attitude turtles. Quick, distract him with some pizza and run away.
Now, you've already rocked this one kobold earlier.
Yeah. No, I think it's another kobold that needs to.
No, but this
have
is
an
the one
elder-
you already hit. You're the only one to have hit this guy already.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm gonna step out and shoot all over him.
Yeah. Eldritch Blast to the face.
17 to hit,
That's going to hit.
and that is not as great. 6 points of force damage and 2 points of fire damage.
He looks like he's in real rough straits right now. But he's still hanging in there.
Awesome, and I get back in my love funnel.
The snapper turtles have 3 targets. The first one, oh, I take that back. They only have 2 because Stubby took off.
Yeah, he bounced.
Flint, the one snapper turtle still has you. And he's going to continue his affair with you. 13.
13 hits.
Oh, shit.
Oh god, we need to get
Yeah.
you some armor, man.
For 5 points.
Oh. And Flint is down.
Oh shit.
He retains you in his mouth and slowly starts to back into the water with you in his mouth.
Oh god.
Sirkin, the other one attacks you. 16, I think is going to hit.
Misses.
Wow.
New armor, man.
I stand
Wow.
corrected.
Oh,
Sirkin, is your turn. You see Flint go down right next to you and remain in this snapper turtle's maw. He's got him right by the crotch like a G.I. Joe doll, and he's bringing him into the water.
Oh.
Just
if I try
Dragging
to
me under.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks.
if I try to attack that turtle, will that disengage me from the turtle that's in front of me? Like, would they have an opportunity attack?
he's about 5 feet away from you. So if you leave his threatening area, he will get you.
Okay.
I'll take the chance, Sirkin. Be a hero.
I mean, I gotta. So I'm gonna go towards the snapping turtle that is going back into the water that has Flint in his mouth and try to attack it. Come on. Oof. That is a hard 20.
Oh, the hard 20.
Oh,
Right into the show at rollthehard20podcast at gmail.com, and Sirkin will send you his D20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to back that up.
Back that shit up, yo.
12. I don't think that's it.
Now, I don't know if you guys remember, I put something out on the Discord that if you guys have a gold doubloon, you could re-roll, or you could make me re-roll, Flint.
Oh, that's right. I
Too late
forgot,
now,
but
though.
yeah.
It's too late now.
You know, I wasn't
But you
sure if
can
you actually
give
gave me
it.
one the other day.
Yeah. Now you could give it to somebody.
he's down though.
Yeah.
Well, as a player, you don't have. We never really clarified that.
No, you
We
haven't.
didn't, did we?
Yeah.
No.
We'll have to
No.
retcon that your PC has to be vertical.
Seems like
That's fair.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, max damage, that would be 8 points of piercing damage.
As you pierce this snapper turtle in the neck, you see its eyes go wide and its mouth go wide as it goes limp right on the shoreline. But as you do that, the snapper turtle that you just left attacks you and misses. Maybe in
Cool.
fear of knowing what just happened to its friend, its brother, its lover, its mother, whatever. Who knows?
We don't know.
Oh god, that Oedipus complex.
Lit. Time to make a death save.
All right, here we go. First one is a 13.
First pass. Good job.
So we're passing.
You see Nighttail run towards Flint's body, look down at him, just shake his head.
Laugh.
Well, aren't you just the stupidest idiot you've ever seen? He reaches into your pants and pulls out your wand of Cure Light Wounds, aims it at you, and zaps you with it.
All right. You
You
rolling?
get 5 points back. Well, you know what?
Hell
you roll
yeah.
your own points.
No, that's fine. I'll
Okay.
Nighttail's rolling.
roll the next one. Yeah.
He's all, don't be a fool next time. And
All right, how many points did you say again? Sorry.
5.
5.
Stubby, hiding in the corner of this darkened cavern. Feel cold air kind of behind you, just stale cold air though.
That's it. I just feel stale air. That's it.
That's it so far.
Okay.
You still see the other kobold next to the southern exit, trying to sight in on the rest of your group.
Okay. I'm going to attempt an attack on that kobold with my short bow.
Okay.
That's an 8.
In my book, that's a 9.
All right. I'm going to use my cunning action and attempt stealth again.
Okay. Stealth in there.
17.
You think you're well hidden. Flint, as you're laying on the beach, Warren hidden in the tunnel, the kobold sees 3 probable targets: Flint, Sirkin, and Nighttail. And he aims for Nighttail. And the shaft strikes the wall next to him as well. You see wood splinter everywhere. Takes a half a point of damage in the eyeball.
Splinter damage.
Yeah. Warren. Still deep within the shaft.
The love tunnel. Yeah, no, this kobold needs to have something done about him. So Warren comes back to the entrance
Get closer to
And
your mic,
we'll-
Warren.
Warren will come back to the
Oh.
entrance.
Oh, hello.
Put your hands together.
He leans around and launches an Eldritch Blast at the kobold for an 18 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
At least I'm hitting. My damage rolls are sucking. So that's 5 force damage and 2 points of fire damage.
Well, with your sucky rolls, describe for me how you annihilate this kobold.
So I imagine this kobold has probably got a little bit of cover around him, so it's like he ducks out from behind it, fires off the arrow before he can go into it. Warren just nails him with an Eldritch Blast in the shoulder, and he just kind of spins around and falls just where he is.
Like those headshots where, and they're all, and they're just dead. They actually take a moment to look, and that's it. They're
Pretty
done.
much.
From the water line.
And then I retreat back to my tunnel.
From the water line, the lone turtle has 3 targets.
And it's reevaluating select choices.
For Sirkin. Brings his snapper into view. 19.
That'll hit.
7 points.
And Sirkin is down.
And in the turtle's mouth as he slowly starts to back its way into the water as well. Flint. Now, you know nothing about the heroic deed that he did, so you could just let this go if you want. You don't have to. You don't have to answer the call.
I know, but Flint's gonna get up and thank Nighttail. Currently,
Shake his hand.
Does he have Nighttail have it in his hand?
No, he tucked it back in your waistband.
Oh, okay. So I have it in my
I just
possession.
pulled it out, blast you, put it back.
How close is the turtle now from me?
About 7 feet and backing up into the water. Just
And that thing's still alive. I need to attack that thing. Getting up, I'm actually... Dude, I can't imagine them having that much wisdom save. Have them roll a dex save for me.
the turtle.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this ought to be interesting. 20. A 19 plus 1.
What kind of turtles are these?
It's only got a plus 1.
Freaking Ninja Turtle.
Yeah,
Quick, check.
all right.
Maybe it's Luigi
what color
again.
Is his mask? What color is his mask?
I'll use the rest of my movement, try to get to cover at that point. Kind of like closer towards Stebby.
You're just gonna abandon me?
At the moment, yes.
He's
It
gonna
seems
wait
like
till
that.
you
It's not
come up to the
abandonment. It's
surface.
a tactical retreat.
He's gonna sew your pieces back together. You might have greater decks because you'll be a little lighter, missing a few things. But Nighttail looks at the turtle, looks at you, Sirkin, and tries to bring his spear down on the turtle's head. Oh, you got to see this. I don't know if I can make this.
Better be a fucking 1.
Oh, it's
Is
a
it?
cracked die from here.
I know. I'm gonna tap tap the tray. Oh, it didn't do it. All right, we'll re-roll it. Sorry, Sirkin. 19.
There we go.
All right. So he cracks this thing right in the head. But I should tell you, though, because he didn't move, he actually took a power stance. So even with the -2 penalty, he still gets it with the +6 bonus on his damage. And I rolled a 1.
Oh,
So he does 8 points of damage.
Nighttail, are you even trying? Ah!
And he stands his ground. He can't really go anywhere because he didn't move. Stubby, you see Flint join you in this little alcove, basically telling you everything's fine. They got it under control. They said to just chill for a bit.
Sirkin is down.
Sirkin is still in the mouth of this other turtle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Being drugged.
into the water.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to attack that turtle with my bow, or attempt. It's 12.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go back into hiding.
In shame.
Yep, it's
Shame.
a soft
Shame.
soft 20.
Warren.
I mean,
Now-
there's just a turtle here, right?
That's it. All you see is a turtle wearing a mustache that looks a lot like Sirkin. We're in a
God.
disguise.
I mean, Warren's just gonna kind of like move over to Sirkin and just, well, and he just makes kind of a just get out of the way gesture and just is gonna attempt to.
He doesn't
Blast
have a
this.
choice in the matter at all.
Yep.
It's along
Yep.
for the ride.
So yeah, Warren is going to attempt to blast this turtle, and
Now, if you get a 1,
if I get a 1, oh yeah, no. Fortunately not, but that was still crap. That was only a 7.
misses.
Not
Sirkin,
Mister.
what's that?
Not Mister. You said Mrs.
Oh, jeez. Over my head. It's a late night here in Florida. It's been raining all day. Sirkin, you're pulled into the water. And it's now
Yep.
your turn. Now, I don't know how we're going to do this death save when you're still technically could be taking damage at this point.
If he takes damage, then it is an automatic failure.
Okay, well, he's just holding him in place. They like to
Yeah.
eat their meals semi-live. He probably didn't mean to do as much damage to you. So why don't you go ahead and make a death save?
Okay. That is a 7.
7, that is one fail. Flint. From your corner with Stubby.
The only way I could help Sirkin is by staying vertical. So
By praying.
by praying. I am actually going to have to use the wand of Cure Light Wounds on myself. And I'm going to roll 2 uses out of it.
Are you marking these charges off?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And that is going to be for fucking max healing. 16.
Oh,
Oh, Sirkin is feeling good.
Damn.
Something
Somebody-
something is upright.
somebody drank a Red Bull.
He did it to himself, though. I'm still out.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? So Nighttail sees you still being pulled. Basically, your head's underwater at this point. He pulls out his own wand and fires it into the water. And you see these. It's hard to describe. It almost looks like webs or vines or something begin to encompass this turtle. And he needs to make a strength check with a 1. You see the turtle is now held fast in this commotion of weeds or webs or vines of some type. But whatever it is, it's enough to keep the turtle from moving any further. Stubby.
Is the turtle underwater at this point?
Pretty much, even Sirkin's underwater. They're just below the crest of the surface. but he's been unable to go any further because now any progress has been completely hampered at this point.
We have one turtle and one kobold.
The kobold's dead.
Yeah.
You just
Just
have
a
one
turtle.
Just one turtle left.
Just one turtle, yeah.
Is he, because he's underwater, is he considered under or behind cover?
He's under partial cover only because he's being enveloped by this shit. Plus, it's got a little bit of water that's covering him as well, but because of that, he is still considered behind partial cover.
So any attack I make is
-2.
disadvantage? -2, not disadvantage. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to shoot that turtle with my bow again. 14?
That hits. No, that does not.
Yep, because you have to -2. It's a 12. Okay, I'm going to move. I'm going to come out of the tunnel, move north. I'm going to take my 25 feet action movement and move closer to that turtle.
Okay. I actually thought you're going to ask Flint for a hit off that wand.
Nope, I got my party member is about to go down. I gotta do the right thing.
Warren, you hear the call. Party member's going to go down.
I mean, I was really trying to save my magic, but this calls for something a little more serious. Warren gestures a sigil in the air, and I require the turtle to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Turtles are fucking stupid.
8.
So the turtle has been subjected to cause fear. So he is frightened. Let me see here. He is frightened specifically of Warren, which means that he has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while the source of his fear is within line of sight, and he cannot willingly move closer to me.
And you just popped out of the mouth of the tunnel, right? Because
I'm standing
Take the
like
boot out.
5 feet off the shore.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Because I want to make sure, because he may not have seen you in the tunnel if you did that. Okay, so you're on the shore. You give him this fear factor. Its eyes kind of roll back, but it can't go anywhere. He's stuck there with circuit in his mouth.
That's fine. He still has disadvantage on like all of his rolls.
Yeah. Circuit. Make another death save.
All right.
Didn't Sirkin just get 16 hit points?
No, that was Flint.
No, that
Oh.
was me.
Oh, okay.
I can't.
Oh, Flint had a double Red Bull.
Yeah.
That is a 3.
That's 2.
Shit.
Sirkin. Flint, want to top yourself off?
I'm pretty feeling good.
I think I'm going to just kind of like shoot this into the ground a couple times.
Now, this wand, is it range or touch?
I'm going to say it's probably got like a 20-foot range.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm not sure because I didn't
I
look
want
it
to
up
make sure of
before.
what it is, because so far when we've had to use it, we've kind of all been around each other or next to each other. So that's why I want to make sure if it's been touch or if it's been range.
Can somebody look up wands real fast?
Well, okay, here's the question. So this is a wand of cure wounds, right?
Yeah.
Cure wounds
Yes.
is a touch spell.
Okay. So you have to be touched with this wand.
Okay.
Until we hear otherwise or somebody says something else or we check it on the back end or whatever, it's going to have to be touched. You're going to have to wand him.
All right.
Careful,
How
he
far?
might like it.
How far am I from Sirkin and the turtle? From where I'm at?
Well, he's already like 10 feet off the shoreline and you're 15 feet down the western shore. So you have to go 15 feet up, 10 feet to the east, and then 10 feet down. Or if you want to hypotenuse this, you can go I think probably like 15 feet into the water. But you really don't know how deep it is. So
Yeah, I don't want to swim, but need to do something to. I don't want your dexterity, your super acrobatic fucking Ninja Turtles to roll a dex save for me again. And I'm actually going to move
now he's
closer.
held in place, though.
Oh, he's held in place?
Yeah, he's held in place by those by the entanglement spell that Nighttail had put on him. So he's not going anywhere until his next turn to see if he has the strength to break free.
All right, then I'm going to use my whole action to try to get over to Sirkin.
Okay. So you just barrel out of the tunnel,
Yeah,
jump into the
so-
water.
Exactly.
Okay, you get to him. Now he's entangled with the turtle because he's part of him at this point. So you figure that if the turtle breaks free, he'll break free as well. So
Exactly.
that at least puts you right there. Now you could always give Sirkin the gift of mercy. You know?
I would still need an action to give him the gift
Oh.
of mercy.
From the shoreline, Nighttail looks, and he's almost pretty much out of options at this point. All he can really do is try to reach in and hook his spear on Sirkin's cloak or whatnot. And he's just feebly trying to do it. He can't find purchase on his body at all to try to bring him closer to the shoreline. Stubby, what would you like to do?
You said that the turtle had opened its maw.
No, it's still got him in his mouth.
He's just stuck in place. The turtle can't move.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can't pull Sirkin out of the turtle's mouth.
No, and they're both entangled in this shit right now.
Okay. I'm within 5 feet of that turtle because I used my action to get over there.
Okay.
My movement action. I'm going to attempt to stab this turtle with my rapier.
Okay. Take you on -2.
That's a 15.
So 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Is the turtle the turtle is caught up in an entangle spell, right?
Yes.
So entangle actually restrains the target. It actually has the condition restrained, which means that attacks against it have advantage.
Oh.
Thank you, Warren, because that's what I was.
All right, Warren.
I'll just put my rules lawyer cap on.
I appreciate that.
The
Let me just
hat.
mute your window right now. Stubby, roll your damage.
9.
9.
And not no 9.
This time you see his eyes go wide and his mouth open wide. And although it can't move anywhere, it does go limp in this entanglement.
I don't think that. So none of my cunning actions will allow me to pull Sirkin from this maw.
You would have to make a strength check. You'd actually have to do something to break him free.
Well, all I have left is cunning action, so I don't even have that type of a action available that I could reach in to grab him.
No.
So my turn is done.
Warren.
Warren moves like 5 feet further up to the water's edge and looks in and looks down. And he looks like, God, do I actually have to get into this cold, dank, wet pool in the middle of this like cave?
No,
You're
you don't.
such a diva.
Okay.
You don't have to. You could just let it ride.
Warren will, after like a split moment of like just biting the bullet, he gets in, kind of gasps as, you know, he goes up a couple of octaves, reaches in and attempts to, if I can get to Sirkin in time, we'll try to pull him free and up to the surface.
Make a strength check.
That is a 12.
12. You pull him free and manage to get his head above the water line. And you want to pull him to the shore, right?
I mean, if I'm able to do that as part of that action, awesome. But the most important thing is getting him above water.
Okay, so you get him above water. Sir can make a death save.
Come on.
Let's see. That's an 18.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
yeah, you're so fucking lucky. Flint, you
Flint,
see
see-
Ward pull him out of the turtle's mouth, break him free of the entanglement.
Flint, seeing both of them go to the surface, he's got wand in hand, rising to the surface,
Warren,
And
I
ready
got
to
something
just-
for you.
boop, right to Sirkin. And let me get my die. He's going to use 2 charges of that wand. It was a D4, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Not great. 3 points of healing.
What a fucking bastard.
I know.
I
He
mean,
gives
Charges?
himself all these points
I
of just like
know.
little bit of fucking mana. Just don't not too much, Sirkin. Just be easy with it. It's the good stuff. You see Nighttail look at you in disgust, Flint.
Fucking
So,
laugh.
you know, I don't know what deity you pray to there, but I hope he strikes you down at some point.
Oh, he might,
You're a
because
mean motherfucker.
I just actually realized I think I rolled the wrong dice to get that much healing. So I re-rolled it. I think I rolled 2d8s.
Oh
That's
shit!
how I ended up getting that much healing. So actually I re-rolled the 2d4s and I got 7 points.
Okay, we'll steal though. Your poor friend, he ain't doing so hot.
Meow.
Sirkin, you got 3 points of healing.
7 points.
7?
7
That's
points.
that's what Flint
You reroll.
I
You
re-rolled.
No, those are for Flint.
No, those are sorry, the 7 were for me. Sirkin got the 3.
Oh.
Sorry. When I originally rolled mine, I did 2d8s instead of 2d4s. That's how I was
Oh,
able to
okay.
get 16 because I rolled max healing.
Yeah, and I didn't realize how many you rolled, so that's why I was like, "Hey, you're marking those off, right?"
Yeah, I
You know,
rolled
so-
2, but I
thought
rolled
you
them
took
as
like a whole.
I rolled them as the wrong dice.
See, we got 14 charges left. Is showering out HP. Let them eat cake. Sirkin, your eyes flutter open.
So yeah, now I'm awake. I'm spitting up some water that I swallowed. I look up and I see everyone around me. I just say, "Thank you guys."
Like, I am loved.
What did you see on the other side?
Just darkness, black, just nothing.
Well, that's a tragedy. You should pray more.
Pray to what god?
Well, isn't your friend Flint there a cleric of his lord? Hasn't he helped you several times? Perhaps you need to get a little closer to him and find out what he's all about.
Might take up your advice.
Yeah, well, if you're going to come into the blood vow lair like this, you better be armed with more than just bows and arrows and swords. Be armed with faith. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. So
Sounds
you
like
guys
Nighttail hit church over the weekend or
Right.
something. Got all
Feeling it.
religious on us.
feeling it close. So you guys
Well-
are in this room.
Mm-hmm.
As I described it earlier, you came through a tunnel in the north wall. There's another tunnel in the south. Actually, just like a cavern. Nothing as like what you came out of. There's another tunnel to the southeast, and there's one in the west wall that Stubby and Flint recuperated in.
Before we continued on, I wanted to make an assessment of how Stubby and Sirkin still look, because we've ended up walking into this room and just getting our asses handed to us, and I know we are seriously wounded from this battle. Stubby, how are you looking? 3.
I got trace hit points.
All right, we have 8 more charges. Now, 3, you could take a dagger, we'll put you down, or we could roll some charges off this wand.
Perhaps I look at Nighttail and say, Nighttail, I'm not feeling so good.
You don't look so good.
Thank you. Do you have anything that could cure my ailment that is not the wand?
Make a persuasion check.
Come on. Fuck. Not very persuasive at a 6.
He says, I only got one more bottle, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have to use it for myself or Hack, depending on how things go, whether or not we're gonna make it out of here alive. But I give you my word that if I die, you can have it.
Well,
Well, at least it's nice that you have permission now before we, rip it out of his dead corpse.
let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Certainly not. And you look at Circuit, and he's got the same rings around his eyes that Stubby has, same slouched posture, same ashen pallor to his face.
So I'm
Like,
gonna
well, ready to keep going?
expend 2 of those charges on Stubby. That is 5 points of healing.
Give me 5.
Yes, 5 points of healing.
High five.
And then, Sirkin, you're looking
You're all, can these things do
just
fractions?
raccoon. Yeah. All right, he's going to hit you with 1 charge to start. That's 2 points. Another one. And that's 4 additional points.
That's all you're
So a
getting.
total of 6, yeah.
Now go to bed. Warren, how you looking?
Warren's a little dinged up, but he's usually the one in back, so
Power
It's
bottom.
you know it. He knows how to work it.
So what do you want to do in this fucking room?
We'll take a moment and gather ourselves. There were the 2 different ways to continue. One was south,
And the other one was south and the
Southeast?
west, right?
West, south, and southeast.
Oh,
Oh, there was another passage there. I thought there was an enemy there. That's why.
okay. I look over to Nighttail and I say, I know you said this. I'm just confirming. You have no idea what is beyond here.
I have not been down this far. Rogue Hairs wouldn't allow me to come down especially
Okay.
after I tried to take away the tribe, or so he thought. But
Let's take a moment and gather ourselves. And Warren will go to each of the entrances of the tunnels and look down and see what he can see, listen.
as you go to the west tunnel, you look down with your night vision because the tunnel's really dark. But
Mhm.
you're able to discern that about 20 feet in, there appears to be some kind of a landslide or something that has choked this tunnel just full of boulders.
And that
Well,
was
there
the
is-
west one?
That's the west one,
Okay.
where there is no further egress at that point. Make your way around the circumference. You go to the south entrance, and you see it goes down about 20 feet, and then it appears to widen. It's very dim light in there. You see it kind of cuts out to the right side of the hallway, but you can't see what's over that way. As you go to the southeast tunnel, you see it angles down southeast for about 15 feet into the dim light, where you see it ends abruptly in a wooden door that's held fast with iron bands all about the wood and hinges.
And that was the southeast.
Yes.
Now, is that the
Okay.
same corner that the Cabal was at?
No, he was
Firing
he
his
was at the
arrows?
south one.
He was at the southern entrance? Okay.
Yeah.
Warren will say just loud enough to carry over to the other side.
Fuck you.
It that too.
What's
Um,
your name?
Ezekiel.
Fuck you,
Ew.
Tony.
He points down the tunnel and
Good one, Chris.
lets everyone know that there is a door down here. And it looks like it's locked.
It looks, or you know, it's locked.
I defer to the expert on that.
You're closer. Did you try the handle?
No, I'm not going to. That's what you are for.
And how do you know it's locked?
I said it looks locked because there is a giant ass iron band lock on it.
But you didn't try the handle.
No.
You didn't try the handle, Warren.
You got to jiggle it.
Yeah.
Just
Sneak
a
up.
little bit.
It's counterclockwise.
You got to sneak up on it. Jiggle it.
So Stebby is going to come over to where Warren is at, because Warren clearly is
Not a rogue.
certain. He's clearly not certain about the status of said door and locked status.
Okay.
So I am going to first. I'd like to inspect that lock to
So
see.
you go
if-
down the tunnel to the door. Because
I think all of us are
Warren
probably
is
heading that
staying
direction.
like at the entrance of the tunnel.
Of the tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't gone down to the door.
then he definitely doesn't know what the status of that iron band door is.
That's what he was
Hence,
telling you.
I said that it looked like it was locked.
You don't know.
Don't yell at me.
Yelling at me with
promptly-
your eyes.
I
Mom, stop
promptly-
hitting Dad.
I promptly boot Stabby down there, ugh.
Stebby's going to the southwest to the door.
Okay.
Or southeast.
As I described, he goes down about 20 feet, and where it abruptly ends at this door.
Okay. I'd like to do a check to see if there's any traps.
Okay.
It's still a dex, right?
That would be wisdom.
Investigation.
Or is it
Yeah, investigation.
investigation?
Yeah, which is wisdom check.
15.
There doesn't appear to be any traps on the door.
Okay. We're going to try the handle.
It is locked.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to unlock.
The locked door.
You just got fucking lucky. Dex roll 18.
18. Slide your picks in there, fiddling around, and you hear it click, releasing the lock.
Warren, I got the door unlocked.
You mean the door that I said was locked? I'm so glad to hear that.
Warren, the door's unlocked.
Flint, where are you and Sirkin at in this circus of
I imagined, I was going to say earlier when he was yelling at him, that we were all walking up towards where Warden was. At the end of the hall.
And Nighttail is following you. He's not leading. He's doesn't do that. So
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
we're in front.
okay. So everybody's standing at the entrance to this tunnel. You're at the door.
Yes.
You unlock the door.
Stevie, what do you hear on the other side?
A whole bunch of nothing. Allegedly. I haven't really listened. All I did was unlock the door.
I will go up to the door and I will make a perception check.
Okay.
Which is all of a 3 because I can't focus because I'm so annoyed with our cheapskate halfling.
You don't hear anything. You can't be certain if there's anything on the other side of the door, but you don't hear anything resonating other than the pulse in your ears.
Of high blood pressure? Yes.
That Stubby causes you.
Exactly.
The door's unlocked, isn't it? Right?
So Warren will actually open the door so that he is not in the path of it being open.
Okay.
But Stabby is right there.
No, I'm standing behind Warren. Human shield.
You see that on the other side of the door is the cavern tunnel continues to go southeast for about another 10 feet and then takes a turn to the south.
Okay. I will very carefully kind of inch my way up to the turn and kind of peer around the corner and see what I can see to the south.
Is there another locked door around the corner?
You want to read these notes?
No, I'm asking Warren if he observes another locked door.
So as you turn this face south, very, very dim, almost dark in here, but your eyes are able to pick out that the rough-hewn walls become smooth. They go for about another 20 feet where they square off. And in here, you see that this appears to be some type of an armory.
Oh.
You see spears, slings, suits of leather armor. You see wooden shields, bows. And in the corner, you see a medium iron longsword just leaning against the wall.
Okay, well, at least we know that the kobolds can't get more of their weapons. We'll take a moment. Warren will very carefully step into. This is a room. It's not like a hallway that continues. And this
No,
is
it
okay.
dead ends, but the
Okay.
walls are smooth here. They're squared off. It's almost as though
like
this
the other
particular room
rooms.
had a purpose.
Yeah. Warren will very cautiously kind of step through, kind of look at everything. He's going to see if there's anything that is apparently magical. I'm happy to make an Arcana check for that.
Yes, please go ahead.
16?
16. You notice something coming from the longsword,
Mm-hmm.
but while you don't so much detect magic, you do detect a form of enchantment placed upon it.
So possibly something that may be guarding it, but is not necessarily part of the sword, is what you're describing.
No, it's like if you were to create a magical item,
Mm-hmm.
it would be wholly magical.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you were to take a weapon and enchant it, it would hold that enchantment to the weapon. In other words, the weapon wasn't created magically. The weapon already existed, and it became has a sense of enchantment upon the weapon itself.
Okay. And is that the only thing that seems to? Is there anything of note in here otherwise?
Just a bunch of remedial stuff. Like I said, there's a couple suits of leather armor. There's 3 shields. As you're going through mentally calculating stuff, you see that there's 12 spears. There's 2 bows. There's a bunch of slings and like a shit ton of sling bullets, like small rocks that have been kind of shaved down. Other than that, this is really the only thing that draws your attention is to this sword.
Okay. I'll after taking inventory, and I don't know if anyone else is looking around while Warren's doing this, he'll like turn to the others and say, "Well, there's not anything too much of note in here except for this sword. I do not have the magic nor the skills to actually identify it, but I'm pretty certain it has been enchanted in some way."
Well, Warden, if you think it's important, I mean,
I would
only
hate to
makes
go up
sense.
against. I would hate to go up against one of our small scaly friends, and I look at Nighttail as I say this. I would hate to go up one of them. I would hate to go up against one of them that was wielding this.
He looks at it. He's like, "Well, I'd have to say that this here definitely looks to be a very well crafted, almost I have to say a masterwork type of a sword, indeed." And that is in fact what it is. It is a Masterworks cold ironed longsword, which gives a +1 to your attack, not to your damage.
And Warren kind of like steps back from it, and he says, "My forte is not in weapons. I think you may be one of the better people to take advantage of this, Sirkin."
Sirkin will take a look at the longsword.
It'll certainly look good on your corpse.
What? Thank you. So yeah, he'll take the longsword in his hand, kind of like inspect it a little bit. Is that +1 to the attack the only like benefit of it, or is
Yeah,
it
it
like,
still does a 1d6, but it's
Or-
+1 to the attack. It's not to the damage.
Okay.
Longswords are usually 1d8.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
That's what I wrote down. You can make me put my glasses back on, damn it.
I'm sorry. I thought,
No.
the DM would actually have to work a little.
Actually, well,
Oh, you're right. Short sword, D6. Long sword, D8. Got it.
So I have the sword in my hand, and I look to the other party members and say, well, if no one else wants it, be more than happy to take it and try to use it in our next encounter with any of the kobolds we run across.
My my learning is not of the marshals, so that is all you.
Stebby nods in approval.
That's a good approval.
I think the
Once
sword might
more-
weigh more than you, Stabby.
And then one of the other tunnels was collapsed, so I think we only have one other way to go.
You do?
yeah.
So let's take that tunnel next session.
More death and mayhem ahead of us.
Oh god.
At least we got healed up a little bit.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Few hit us.
Right. 16 points.